the best stocks to buy right now under $100 per share. Let's go ahead and break it down. To create today's list, I started off with the S&P 500, the largest 500 companies in the US. And then I made a cutoff at 50. Okay, so we cut it off and said, hey, this is the top 10% in terms of performance. We didn't take no losers on this list. And then after that, we took the top 5, and obviously those top 5 had to be under $100. Now, for whatever reason, the majority of these companies are in the manufacturing space, and the first one here is Masco. M-A-S is the stock symbol there. Right now, they're right around $73 per share, and it's up 21% in the last 6 months, up 34% over last year. A lot of these companies are in the manufacturing industrial space, and Masco is one of those. They are in the plumbing manufacturing space. So they make a lot of that equipment and stuff. Okay, I'm not a plumber. Obviously, I need to call one. That's just what they do. Okay, I'm not that handy. Okay, but I am handy when it comes to the stock market. All right, the next one here is, I may pronounce this wrong, is Ingersoll Rand. Right now, they're close to $85 per share. They are up 25% in the last 6 months and up 49% over last year. The stock symbol is IR. They're also in the industrial space. I already told you guys the performance numbers. Again, there's something going on in the manufacturing space. I'm someone who bought PACCAR. I talked about that several months ago when I bought it, and I remember it's only and on the channel, and it is in the manufacturing industrial space, and it has done quite well. And we've been able to make a lot of money on that stock, but this may be the next one up. The next one that is on our list, and this is an interesting one here, and it's perhaps one of the ones I'm most interested in, is Boston Scientific. Right now, it is $65 per share. BSX is the stock symbol there. They're up 28% in the last 6 months, up 35% over the last year. They're in the medical space, medical equipment space, very similar to McKesson, not so similar to Eli Lilly, but they're all in that medicine category, medical category, if you will. I'm leaning into the medical space a lot more. These companies has treated me quite well, and we've talked about them on the channel for the better part of 2.5, almost 3 years now, and they have definitely paid off. And speaking of paid off, right? Remember that time I talked about Disney back in December? Disney today was up close to 11%. Back when I said that I liked it at $93 a share, it is up to like, what, 110 or so? Just throwing it out there. Just throwing it out there. This is why you want to subscribe. If you're not subscribed, this is your opportunity to do so right now. Okay, we are right more often than we are wrong. Okay. All right. Next here is Western Digital. Western Digital is right at about $56 per share. WDC is the stock symbol. They're also in the manufacturing category, and they are up 31% in the last 6 months, up 32% over the last year. Now, when I first thought of Western Digital, I'm thinking Western Union branding. Okay, these are not the same companies. And I also thought manufacturing, I'm thinking, you know, a tech software type of company. They actually make hardware. Think flash drives, think floppy disk. Now, you know how old I am by the fact that I just said flash drive and floppy disk, but you guys get the point here. They are manufacturing in the hardware technology space. So yes, they're still tech, but not in the way that I personally thought they would be, just based on the name. But speaking of tech, there's another company that, depending on who you ask, is a tech company. But before I tell you, I'm going to say this. It's about $71 per share, and it's up 59% in the last 6 months. And it's up 105% over last year. This company, I repeat again, is up 105% over the last year. The company is Uber. Yeah, not something that I thought was going to come out of my mouth of me looking at Uber. I haven't really looked at Uber since the time they went public, and I definitely wasn't buying it back then. Right about now, I think it could be worth buying. Obviously, with any stock that's up now, we wish we had bought it a year or something ago. But I think we all know what Uber's business is. They, if you ask me, are in the transportation business. They would say they are a tech logistics type company. Whatever, it makes money, okay? It makes us money is what we are looking at it for. Now, I did a quick, sidebar between why I think Uber is doing much better than Lyft. I think we had talked about some of the worst investments ever, and Lyft was on that list. Uber was not, and now you know why it was not on that list. But speaking of lists, there are a few other stocks that you may want to add to your personal watch list, and you want to check out the list that I did for our members only, because I have 2 stocks on this list that I am absolutely more confident about than the others, and there's 1 company I left off. So you want to see what else you should add to your list, you want to check out this video right here.